Shabbat Shalom, my lovelies. Today's Gospels of Enlightenment, tithes and offerings. Let's get into it.
Like Shabbos candles, we first make a donation to our tzedakah box. But what is tzedakah? Tzedakah, which means righteousness or justice in Hebrew, is more so commonly referred to as charity. In our religion, we believe in helping others. And tzedakah is not just monetary, cooking for the poor or the sick and helping them out. Just those kind of random acts of kindness also fall into the category of tzedakah. This is full, we can just drop it off to our rabbis and they'll make sure it goes to the right people in need. Charity.
Okay. Tithes and offerings. What is tithes and offerings? Financial contribution made by religious followers primarily to support their church, with the tithe being a mandatory of 10% of income for basic operations and offerings being voluntary extra gifts for specific needs or expressions of gratitude like missions or building projects. Both stem from biblical precepts. Leviticus 27-30, a tithe of everything from the land, whether grain from soil or fruit from the trees, belongs to the Lord. It is holy to the Lord. Malachi 3-10, bring the whole tithe into the storehouse. Okay, what you heard that young lady talking about tzedakah and all that, that's still tithes and offerings. Okay, in the Torah, we don't call it tzedakah. We call it tithing. Okay, tithing and offering. Okay, that's what it says in the Torah. Okay, so with that being said, she's giving her portion of tithes and offerings to the rabbi. And she's giving it to the rabbi so the rabbi can go out and give it to the poor. And that's not the way that's supposed to be done. She should make sure she gives to the poor, not the rabbi. Okay, she's paying her tithes and her offerings to the rabbi, yeah. But anything extra, she has to make sure that they get fed. The poor gets fed on her behalf, not the rabbi. Okay, and not only that, but a lot of these religious organizations, they under 501c3. Okay, and not only that, they under 501c3, but she's supposed to get, or all religious leaders that contribute money, okay, to these organizations and stuff like that, they supposed to get tax forms to file that on their taxes. Okay, and not only that, real quick before I get on out of here, okay, but these religious leaders, and I know this for a fact because I test a whole lot of them, they do not give to the poor. You go to the poor, okay, the poor comes to them and asks them, they want to help who they want to help, or they'll sit up here and turn them away and tell them that they have to call human resources and welfare and try to redirect them to get on some type of welfare rather than to actually help them with the money that the follower is donating to them. Okay, so yeah. Okay, that's what that is. And then on top of it, she's not giving her portion to the Lord. She's giving it to man. Her devotion is to man. Her worship is to man and not of the spiritual deity of the Creator. And that's not good. That's not good. She's supposed to worship the Creator, not the rabbi. Not the rabbi, not the pastor, not the imam, not the reverend, okay? Not the usher, and none of these other spiritual leaders, okay? The mediums and none of that stuff. She's supposed to do that herself, okay? She's supposed to make sure that is done herself, not the rabbi. Okay, the rabbi going to take her money and put it in his pocket and take care of whatever else he needs to take care of around the building or his household. He's not thinking about giving to the poor. That's her job. She should make sure that is done. Okay, and she also, again, she's supposed to get a tax form. Okay, because she's donating her money to the rabbi. Okay, but anywho, this clue today is Gospels of Enlightenment. Time is of the essence for the wicked. Get connected, stay connected, simply get left behind. Repent for your filth. I do it all the time. Shabbat shalom.